What's up, everybody? This is author Monique Duell, and I'm coming to talk to you about a subject that no parent wants to discuss, yet every special need parent may have to face one day, and that is the subject of residential placement. Now, if you have a special needs child who is totally dependent like I do, Jeremiah is 17 years old. He will be 18 shortly in about 2 months or so. He cannot do anything for himself. He can't bathe himself. He can't dress himself. He still wears diapers. He needs help with everyday living situations and affairs. Now, you would think that that would be a positive thing, wanting to put your child in a residential treatment facility so that he or she can be well taken care of in the event that something should happen to you. And it is a good thing. However, what you may find in a lot of families is that you will meet opposition, and it doesn't feel good. First of all, from a parental standpoint, let me explain how hard this decision is, okay? I have been a single parent for the duration of Jeremiah's life. My oldest son is 20 years old, so that'll give you a snapshot of how long that's been. And I'm not getting any younger. I have been lifting Jeremiah, and doing all of the cares and things like that with the help, sometimes with the help of a caregiver, a lot of times without the help of a caregiver. He is 140 pounds, and he's solid weight. He's a healthy, happy child. And I decided to go through the process of seeking residential care for him, and I'll tell you why. If I were to go in the hospital right now for any reason, I don't know who would take care of Jeremiah. If I were to die, and we're all going to, I don't know who would care for Jeremiah. And so with that being said, that was my decision. It is very difficult. It was a very difficult decision. The mommy part of me wants to hold on to my son for dear life. The human part of me, however, is like, be realistic, Monique. Come on. Use your brain, boo-boo. Okay? In my last video, I talked to you guys about my brother. My brother ended up living in the hospital for nearly 4 months because there was no placement for him. Okay? We live in PG County. If a family member does not take them in, if something were to happen to you and things like that, this is their fate. I don't want Jeremiah to have to live in a hospital and be passed around from family member to family member because nobody wants to change diapers, nobody wants to lift and feed and bathe him and all of that stuff. Those are things that have to be done every single day, not to mention the appointments, the therapies, the paperwork, the stress, the uncertainty. All of those things come into factor. So at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody's input and weigh in on this subject. But it's my decision. It's my son. And I chose the best decision that was best for both me and him. Imagine as a mother having to not be able to have surgery because you don't have care for your son. And I mean necessary surgery. I'm not talking about cosmetic surgery or something that really could wait until whenever. I mean necessary surgery to improve the quality of your life. Imagine having to cancel doctor's appointments because you don't have care for him. He can't go into the exam room with you. And even if he could, imagine the distraction while you're trying to get treated by your doctor or therapist or whatever. Imagine not being able to go to the grocery store because you can't push a cart and a wheelchair. Imagine having to sit and wait for hours for somebody to come and help you get him out of the bed in the mornings because you can't lift him by yourself anymore. And quite frankly, nobody wants to come and help you get him out the bed. Okay? Imagine having to say no all the time, majority of the time, to your friends and family when you want to go places and do things because either there's too many stairs or it's not handicap accessible or you're just too tired. You're exhausted. Imagine falling weeks behind because you're in school and you're trying to work and make a better life for your child and your children. And but yet you still manage to push through and get a B+ in your class. These are the kinds of things that I deal with on a regular basis. This is not something that is easy to deal with or easy to talk about, but it is necessary. My heart goes out to every parent who has to face something like this, having to put your loved one into a residential facility because life has taken its natural progression. You're getting older. Their needs are different. His needs are different. He's almost an adult. I have to try and seek guardianship and things of that nature. All of these things take time and attention. It costs money. If you're working like I was working, a lot of places and supervisors don't understand the wherewithal that it takes to handle a special needs child. They're not very understanding when you keep having to take off days because of something going on with your child that's unpredictable. So, in the end, I wanted to do this video because just recently when I went through the process of trying to get Jeremiah placed in a residential facility through DDA, which is PG County's funding source for the ARC and all of those entities that give you services for respite and all of that, I was told that because Jeremiah is not 18 years old, I will have to call CPS. Now, mind you, why would I call CPS on myself to come get my child? So this is the only option that I have as a single mother taking care of a special needs child. I have to call CPS on myself for them to come and place him into a residential facility because he's not 18, and I will have to pay child support and things like that. Really, PG County? All of this money we have in the county, all of these casinos and things like that, and my only option for an overwhelmed, stressed out mother who is trying to do the best thing for her special needs child without harming herself or him is to call CPS and report myself and say, oh, by the way, can you come pick my son up because I don't know if I can take care of him anymore, whatever, and I need help, so can you come take my son from me? Who is going to do that? Really? Come on, y'all. We got to do better. Listen, I need you guys to find out who your Congress people are, who takes care of the laws and who sits in the power seats, and get these letters out, send emails, do calls, do whatever, because these are our children. These are our loved ones. This is this type of things that we have to deal with in PG County, and it's bananas. It's unnecessary. You're paying taxes and things like that, and there's no respite homes in PG County. You have to apply for respite and pick someone, whether it's a family member or a friend, to take care of your son. In other words, you have to do all the legwork to find a babysitter for your child, but they will pay for it. Virginia isn't like that. Jeremiah has been going to Jill's house. They have a whole compound for the weekend for special needs children. That is phenomenal. Not in PG County. We don't have that. They have services galore in other counties that are designed for situations such as this for people like Jeremiah, but we don't have it here in PG County. So listen, instead of offering advice and chiming in about things you don't really know about, do your research first. Have compassion on special needs parents. Try to understand what they're going through from their point of view. I thought that, I would get support and, understanding when I made that decision. I got the exact opposite. Why? I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's my decision, as I said, and I love my son dearly. I want the best for him. I don't want to have to leave my family members scrambling if I ended up in the hospital. I wouldn't want my family members scrambling, trying to figure out who's going to take care of Jeremiah if I was incapacitated. That is not a good feeling. It wasn't a good feeling when I went through it with my brother, and I'm not going to send my son through that. So thank you for watching. And listen, if you have not read any of my books, How Do I Handle a Special Needs Child, Handicapped Mom, Lessons I Learned Through Cerebral Palsy, or The Power of God Devotional 2, go check out my Facebook page, Monique Duell, Duell. I am on Instagram at Miss DeeReign, Miss D Rain, and I'm also on Twitter, Monique Duell. Hopefully you'll see this video on YouTube all over the place. Please share and feel free to comment. Give me suggestions, feedback. I welcome it. My email is hugswork, HUGSWORK @yahoo.com. Until next time, peace.